Yeah. He can take you all around the world. Yeah, I know he can take you places. I ain't finna take you nowhere. All I got for you is fuck faces.
Welcome back to the channel today, guys. So we're versing Age of Ultron. Now we're just going to take my normal path. So now that I have a 550 Doctor Voodoo, we decided to set Star-Lord out. He's into AQ right now, and we're bringing Doctor Voodoo in. So the first path that we go to is the bleed path. So now that we're in tier 3, it's a 100% bleed path instead of just a bleed chance path. So of course we're gonna bring in Vision here, and I decided, you know what, we need to boost also. I wanted to finish these 3 fights as fast as possible, but the first fight is against the Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I was kind of surprised about. Normally I see an Electro here. Honestly, mainly it's an Electro in tier 3. So when I saw a Spider-Man Miles Morales, I was pretty excited. I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a pretty easy fight. Let me just go in, I'll kill it. I have a 20% boost on active also. So I was like, you know what, this will be easy. I'll just keep playing the parry move. You parry, you hit 3 times. But as you see here, I tried to hit 2 times and drop a special L2. Sadly, he evaded. There's really nothing I could have done there except not use my L2 at that time. If you're playing that method, my suggestion to you is to just parry and then drop an L2 or an L1 immediately, especially on an evade champion like that. But that fight was relatively easy. The next fight is against Black Eagle, and here we're just gonna use Doctor Voodoo. My Daredevil is used for the unblockable L2s and the unblockable L1s. So I have Doctor Voodoo versus a Rhino, which, you know, I have class disadvantage, but I'm still a level 550 Doctor Voodoo, and even with the class disadvantage, it should be relatively easy of a fight. I've completed Road to the Labyrinth, so whenever I see a Rhino now, it's easy, and sometimes I'll make the careless mistake where I'll try to intercept him, but I forget that he goes into that unstoppable mode. So we're going in here, we're dropping the L2s pretty often because they're dishing out some heavy damage against this Rhino. And we also have 6 ticks of poison on him. So we're adding another tick, and you know what? It killed him. But I have 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge the poison durations and when to proc that, because sometimes I'll try to do my L1, but I'll end up doing my L2 instead just because I have 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. So with this fight, I'm bringing in Daredevil. It's the unblockable L2 path, and the champion who I face starts with 2 bars of power. And it's going to be a Doctor Strange. You always see a Doctor Strange on this path. This guy, I believe, actually he does not have Mystic Dispersion, so it's a relatively easy fight. If you do bring Daredevil to this fight, bait his L2 immediately, and then take it easy. You have 3 minutes of time, and honestly, that's a long time. So just bait his L1s and just play the map like really slowly. So you'll see here, I'm just constantly, like I said before, I'm constantly baiting. I'm worrying about the other paths that I'll be facing. I have another bleed path, which I'm thinking eventually is going to be another Electro. I was like, you know what? I got off easy. I got a Spider-Man Morales, my first bleed path. The next path is going to be an Electro, and I have my Vision, so I know I'll take some damage. But this Doctor Strange path, this Doctor Strange node, like I said before, it's more of a slow fight. You want to play slow. You want to bait the L1s. If he gets the L2, just bait the L2. My Daredevil is signature level, I believe, 80 something. All I know is I have a 94% chance to evade all attacks, all projectiles. But like I just showed right here, relatively easy fight. This person did not have Mystic Dispersion, so I did not have to worry about him gaining any more power, which honestly I was really happy about. So now I'm coming back into it. I waited a few hours. Well, actually, not yet. I'm waiting a few hours now. Nobody had moved on to the current path, so I needed to wait for them to move. I had to end up waiting 2.5 hours. So now we're facing the bleed path again. So of course I'm going to go in with Vision. And surprise, surprise, It's another Spider-Man Miles Morales. What? I mean, I think I get clipped here a few times just because it honestly threw me off guard. And like I said before, I honestly always fight Electros here, or I've even seen Juggernauts, and Juggernauts with high level missile dispersions is kind of a pain to deal with the bleed path. But I mean, as long as you bring a bleed immune champion, you're fine. It's pretty easy to deal with. So the Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm able to bait his L1s relatively easy now. I've been practicing that on the side. You just gotta keep hitting back and everything. But right there, I parried him, and then I dropped an L2, like I had said I wanted to do earlier, and that obviously brought his energy bar down and did quite a good bit of damage. Now, like, I get clipped here. I got clipped really hard there. Wow. Almost ended the fight for me there, but, you know, I'll finish the fight here. He drops an L2. AI is pretty dumb sometimes. So that L2 luckily saved me, and I just finished the fight with my vision. Sometimes I'll bring my Ghost Rider, but we're running map 5.